Hi friends, welcome to GT Coding. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about variables in JavaScript. In the previous video, we had an introduction about JavaScript, about what is JavaScript and how to write a basic program in JavaScript. So in this tutorial, we are going to learn about variables. But before that, let me just show you one tool that you can use to learn JavaScript. For that, you have to go to your menu in your browser. It is available in almost all the browsers. So you have to go to the menu of your browser. Then I am using Google Chrome, so you can go to more tools, and in that you can open developer tools. Now when you open developer tools, you can see something like this. So just go to the console tab. So this is where you can test your JavaScript code. So in this video, I'm going to use the console to teach you about the variables. So let's get started. So variable is an important concept in programming. Variables are used to store values. In the previous video, I used a variable called name to store the name of the user. So in that way, you can store pretty much all the types of values in variables. To do any kind of operations on variables, the computer needs to know the data type of the variable. So there are different data types in different programming languages. So in JavaScript, we have numbers, strings, booleans and objects. So we will talk about all this in this video. So first of all, let me tell you how a variable is declared in JavaScript. To create a variable, you have to just type var, and after that type the name of your variable. For example, I will type in my name. So this is the name of our variable, and using var we can create a variable. So right now in our variable there is nothing. To add any value to our variable, you can use the assignment operator. So for that you can write my name is equal to and any string that you want in double quotes or single quotes. So here we can see that my name is assigned this value. So if we just type my name over here, we can see the name we provided is printed out. You can also store many other different types of variables. So there is an operator in JavaScript called typeof operator. So you can type in typeof and type in the name of any variable you have. For example, we have our variable called my name, and it will return the type of the variable it is. So if we press enter, it prints out string. You can use double quotes or single quotes for strings in JavaScript. For example, if your string has a single quote in it, you can type in, for example, my name is equal to I am, and in single quotes you can type in whatever you want. So if your variable has a single quote in it, you can use double quotes to create the variable. If your variable has a double quote in it, you can use single quotes to create that variable. Now this is how you create a string variable. To create a number variable, you have to type var and then the name of your variable. For example, we will name our variable favorite number. And one thing about variable is that at the time of declaring your variable, you can assign a value if you want. For example, we will type var favorite number equals 7. So now the variable is created and the number 7 is assigned to the variable. We can check it out. We'll just type in the name of our variable favorite number, and we can see that 7 is printed out. Now the other type of variable that we will learn is called boolean. Boolean is a variable which has two values. One is true and the other is false. To create a boolean variable, just type in var To create any variable, any type of variable, you have to just type var and the name of the variable. So we'll create a variable called is online, and we can assign true or false value to the variable. So if we type in is online, we can see that the value of the variable is true. We'll quickly check out the type of all these variables. So type of is online, we can see that it shows it's a boolean variable. Then we will check the type of our favorite number. Type of favorite number, it shows number. So in JavaScript, a decimal point value or an integer, everything is considered as number. So I'll just clear this console. So if we change favorite number to some decimal value, for example 7.7, and we check the type of our variable, we can see that it shows number. So the other variable that we will look at is called object. Object is a little bit complicated data type, so I will create a separate video explaining objects, but I will just give you a brief introduction over here. To create an object, again type in var, and then we will type the name of our object, my channel. And to create an object, you have to use the curly braces. In that you can provide values in key value pair. For example, name, and we will have a colon, and then we will give any value that we have. If you have another value, just type in a comma, and we will type how many subscribers we have. It's around 850. So, and close this. So this is our object. So if we just type in my channel, you can see that is an object, and the name is GT coding, and the subs are 850. There's one more variable type called array, but it is also considered object in JavaScript. I'll just show you how to create an array. Var, we'll create a variable name called languages. To create an array, you have to use the square brackets, and in that you can type in whatever you want: JavaScript, C, C++. So if we type in languages, we can see that we have all the values we provided. We can also check the type of these variables. We will type in type of languages. It shows is an object. So arrays are considered objects in JavaScript. If we check the type of our variable called my channel, it shows it's an object. So one more thing to note about variables in JavaScript is that JavaScript types are dynamic. For example, we have our variable called my name, and in that we have this value. So the type of this variable is string as of now, but if we assign a number to this variable, for example my name is equal to 33, then the type of this variable changes. If we check the type of this variable, my name, we can see that it shows it's a number. So JavaScript types are dynamic. You can change the type of a variable at any time you want in JavaScript. So now I will give you some rules that you have to follow when you create a variable. So when you create a variable, you can use letters numbers, underscore, or dollar sign. So these are valid characters for naming your variable. But there are other rules as well. You cannot start a variable name with a number. For example, if we type in to name, so this name cannot be given to a variable because it starts with a number. Variable name should start with a letter, with a dollar sign, or with an underscore. So if we type name over here, we can create this type of variable, but we cannot create a variable with a number in the beginning. And the last rule that we have in creating variables is that reserved words in JavaScript cannot be used as variable names. So reserved words are like if, switch. So these are some of the commands that we have in JavaScript. So these words cannot be used as variable. So if you type in var and switch, you cannot create such type of variables. So these are all the rules that you have to follow while creating variables in JavaScript. Another thing to note about variables in JavaScript is that they are case sensitive. For example, if we have a value called name1 and we will have another variable called name1 in capitals, so in JavaScript both of these two variables are different because this variable starts with a capital N and this starts with a small n. So both of these variables are different. So another thing to note about JavaScript variables is the style of writing variables. So this is not a rule, but it's a convention and you can follow it. So if we have a variable of two words, for example, our variable is called full name. It is not usually written full name like this, but the second word starts with a capital letter. So this is how you write full name in JavaScript. Another way to write full name is using an underscore for the second word. So this is not a rule, but this is a convention used by many popular programmers, so you can follow it. So that's pretty much about variables in JavaScript. In the next video we will talk about operators. So if you like this video, please click on the like button. I really appreciate that. And if you have any doubts or comments, you can type it in the comment box below. If you have not subscribed already, you can subscribe to this channel to get the latest updates about the videos. Thank you so much for watching.